Hey, how's it going? I wanted to get into Platinum in games. Now, sometimes it's a little absurd, and sometimes you have a great time with it. But first and foremost, check out this clip.
I have a
Well,
20.
I have 15. All right, boys. Time to risk it all. Hit me, bitch. I'm actually gonna kill myself!
Cool down, baby.
Hopefully, you enjoyed that clip. Unfortunately, I'd like to be uploading way more and more, but I don't really have the ability. I've been quite busy in real life, and it's been interesting, but I want to try to get more stuff out there. I do want to be up there one day. It'd be awesome, be pretty sick if I could just be talking, saying whatever, and someone would enjoy it. I would appreciate it if someone enjoyed it. It'd be pretty nice, but it is what it is, and I'm a little busy. Hopefully, this goes somewhere. And hopefully this time the audio is getting recorded because last time, oh boy, I did it all in one take. It did not go well, but hopefully I'll get better audio because I know this one's pretty insufferable. It is what it is. And yeah, I get it. I understand. But I'm just trying stuff out. I have a computer, I have a laptop, I'll go and figure things out. But once I have more time, I'll be able to make better stuff. But for right now, I just want to talk about the thing I want to talk about, and I'll just go jump straight into that. Now, I've been platinum in games for quite some time now. I'm very new to it and pretty relatively young, I guess you could say, to it. I have 74 platinums, which I believe is a small number because I see all these people with hundreds and hundreds, and they fill me with confidence when I watch a lot of YouTubers that they for for on here they platinum a lot of games that are relatively hard, relatively difficult. It's pretty annoying. It is what it is. And I like watching that. I like watching their determination. It's ridiculous. Like I wish I was that determined. Oh my god, I'd probably be a billionaire by now. Maybe, who knows? But there's one thing that they never really talk about when they are playing the game, because whenever they're playing the game, they're platinum in the game, they talk about the game itself, but they never talk about like little things like afterwards, probably not during, obviously. You don't really, if you're not, you don't want to really talk too much about little things in the game itself sometimes, which I understand. It seems like nitpicking, it seems annoying, but I'm all here for the nitpicking because it's annoying. It's very annoying. And it's like, why would the devs do this? Like, the devs put this trophy set in this game, and they basically gave me a weapon and told me to kill. And that's what it is. And there's a lot of different things when it comes to platinum games. Very irritating most of the time. Like this game, ironically enough, is the best example. Thymesia, the one that's being played right now, it's a great game. It's really fun. It's pretty difficult. Once you get the hang of it, though, it gets a lot easier. But I mean, it is what it is. You can't really blame it too much because it's just, the game is only as good as it can be, which is fine, arguably. But this game is very annoying for a multitude of reasons, and it doesn't really take too long of playing it to notice it. It's that there's a lot of the same enemy type, and it's a lot of the same exact thing. It's very annoying. The most unique enemies are the bosses and the mini bosses, which is fine, I guess. It's whatever. But most of the time, you would like to see some interesting enemy compositions. You would like to see some new boys. Like, the most new thing you see most of the time is there are these archers that are pretty interesting. They're the only ranged enemy in the game, as to what I understand. Besides some mini bosses, but they're not even ranged. They're half ranged, half melee. They just have a ranged option, which is, it's fine. It's whatever. You don't want to be irritated too much, but the archers, there's a few of them, and then at one point you get a new enemy, which is only one new enemy, then he sticks for the whole rest of the time as a guy with a sword and shield. And that may not seem like a big thing, but it's kind of irritating. They're very annoying enemies. But in the game, there is, like, you have to in Thymesia, you have to collect a lot of stuff. You have to collect basically the entire game's lore, which is whatever. It's just, while you're doing that and you're replaying levels, and you see all these same cookie cutter enemies again and again. None of them, they're rarely even reskinned too. Like, some of them are reskinned, but there's no point in it. They do the same exact thing, achieve the same exact irritation level. but it's just you start nitpicking. And that's the toughest part of platinuming is like when you go to do these things, you start nitpicking little things. You're just like, this is really making me not want to play anymore. And that's where I say, I see the determination. I just want to get on. I want to platinum something. That's 100% where I mean that, because a lot of the time when you get on, you don't you don't really get on particularly to say, I'm going to platinum this game today. Like a lot of the time, especially if it's an irritating game. Like if you're collecting a whole entire game's worth of lore, you have to go through everything. You definitely need a guide, because some of these some of these are hidden in places that are absolutely absurd. There's a lot that I'm missing right now, and I looked up the entire guide to getting them, and they don't make any sense. It's dumb. Half of them don't even belong where they are. It's like, are you kidding me right now? But yeah, it's the nitpicking, because you get on, you're like, I don't want to do this right now. I want to do something else. But when it comes to platinum games and wanting to like collect those plats, that's not exactly the mentality you want to have. It's moreover like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do this. But then you get these achievements, such as Immortal Knights, another game I play. Very fun, I will say. It's basically Minecraft meets an RPG. And it's nice. It's very nice. It's just a nice game. It's calm. It's not the most difficult in the world. Like it can be if you want it to be, but I mean those are optional. So it's no problem. But in that game, one of the quests is to complete 200 events. And events are in the game. There's just little things that show up on the map from time to time. They're here and there. You just do them, and that counts as an event. Like it's usually kill something or collect something or create something. There's not really too much differentiation. There's a few I'm forgetting, but it's pretty much what it is. Not too crazy, nothing too tough, but very annoying, because you got to do 200 of them to do one event that's timed until you beat it. So, and usually it's timed at an hour each. So when you go to it, you beat it. Now you got to wait some amount of time before you could do another one, because the events only spawn one at a time. Very irritating. Now, of course, there are some games where you don't really mind too much. It's like they're fine doing the platinum for it, such as Spider-Man and Miles Morales. Both of those games, platinums, all it takes is you just got 100% the game. And a lot of people that do that, or just play the game in general and have the platinum for it, it's solely because they just wanted to play the game. They love the game. It's like really fun. A lot of people who don't platinum games like that, they have, and they love that game. They have that platinum because they just wanted to do everything, and that's all it takes. And it can enhance your gameplay. It really can. Not enhance your gameplay, but it can enhance your experience. Where you just like, damn, I loved this game. Like that was me with Titanfall 2, the BioShock series, except Infinite, but that's another story. I love Infinite. I will say it's a great game, but when you go to platinum it, you realize that the salt system is absolutely absurd. It needed to not be the way it was. If updates could roll out at that time, it needed an update to that system, because you needed to carry salts with you, because that is something that is just. That when they took that away for the salts, and you had to find salts on the floor to go replenish it, I never liked that change. It was fine, but then when you go to platinum the game, you realize how much you need those salts. Like you always need those salts. It's so annoying, very very irritating. But that aside, that aside, with they can either enhance or completely destroy your experience. So some of the games that I do play where I platinum them, such as Farming Simulator, that was a really fun one. It did pretty much both, because you had to do a lot for your farm. You basically had to 100% it as well, in a way. But at the same time, it was just a grind, especially since it took real life time in order to craft any crop or get any crop. It was so annoying. There was so much you had to do, and it was just a slog. But it was also nice because it was a calming game. It's contrary to popular belief, I do get very angry at games, but I also like calming ones. And that was a really calm game. That also made me incredibly angry because it was just so annoying. But it's really fun, and I had a great time with it. And I did end up platinuming it with my friend. Without him, honestly, I probably would not have, because I did not want to ever get on to do a farm. And when we realized that as long as you're there to as long as you are on one farm that does all the achievements, that's fine. So I just dedicated the farm to him, because it actually, the game deleted my farm. I didn't even name it anything bad. Usually, like, I just name something really stupid to just, like, mess around and whatnot. But I didn't even name it anything bad this time. I'm pretty sure I just named it Dodo's Playground. And, it deleted my farm. And I could not tell you why. I went to go play it and it was just gone. It's whatever. It is what it is. I don't mind it too much because that game is done and over with. But, hey, I mean... just the experiences of platinum a game. You could arguably keep it the same as speedrunning as well. Noticing all the exploits and noticing all the little things. But when you go to platinum or speedrun a game, you start to notice just a lot of things that make you really, really irritated with a game. And that's all I want to talk about. I just wanted to say how when you go into platinuming something, you gotta go into it with a really clear head. You gotta be aware that like you're gonna either love the game or you're gonna hate the game you're playing afterwards because. That's just what it is. Like it's the game is the game, and even though the devs say they'll fix some things, sometimes they're lying. Like sometimes they put things into the games that's just absurd. They don't need to be there. But hopefully, in the end of the day, hopefully you just enjoy the game. Play it how you want to play it. I particularly like platinum games. I like going through that pain and suffering personally. Like it is what it is, and not much I could really do about it. But hopefully this is where I'm going to close it off. Hopefully you enjoyed what I had to say. Hopefully I could say more stuff in the future, and hopefully I could just put more gameplay out there, and hopefully stream, do whatever. I want to try to make it. I got to start getting off my behind and like putting a flame under it. Do some things. I have a lot to talk about. I have a lot to say, and that's kind of all I really want to do. And hopefully it's just enjoyed. And never on this will it be anything political. Because the most political I'll ever get is bread, because I don't know what bread even is. It's not real. It is not just wheat and flour. There's no way. It's not possible. There is a government conspiracy behind this, but we'll just save that for another time. We'll chill. Don't worry about it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully I can put out more stuff, and yeah, all the gameplay I'll ever put out, by the way, will never be segmented. I don't know if I said that already, but I like to run it straight through. I enjoy I enjoy everyone being able to see either did I mess up, was I good at it, did I suck, make fun of it, whatever. It is what it is. But I enjoy running it straight through. Like now with this lovely loading screen that I'm pretty sure I went to the bathroom or went AFK on. But hopefully you enjoyed. And hopefully I can make another video. I'll catch you then. Thank you for watching.